racing. So maybe that's one of the reasons it was so popular. But pretty girls always sell, so that was probably why it's going to the clock. At 1:30, once again, Father Tom will start this time. I apologize, this is acting up a little bit. We now have middle age, and that's actually the artist's signature. If you look at the portraits of Mr. Engle over here, he did a pretty good job of carving himself into the clock. Mr. Engle was a dentist by trade, and the hands and faces of the most of the figures were actually made of denture wax that he developed. So, Mr. Engle was quite an interesting character. Besides being a dentist, he's also a watchmaker, quite obviously. Owned an eyeglass factory, a chewing gum factory, an engraving factory. Had a gold and silver, or copper and silver mine down in Guatemala, and owned a pet monkey, which is quite unusual for the 1870s. And he was friends with Thomas Edison and Harvey Firestone as well. And have a great story from the family talking about Mr. Engle and Mr. Firestone trying to make vulcanized rubber on the family stove in the kitchen. Apparently caused such a stink, Mrs. Engle threw them both out of the house. But Mr. Engle was a mechanical genius, and he won an American clock. In the left column, at 37 minutes past the hour, Molly Pitcher, the heroine of the Battle of Mammoth, New Jersey, in 1778. And Revolutionary War soldiers will go marching by. And they are accompanied by a mechanical fife or flute, which is a small pipe organ that's going to the column. Music is actually controlled by a barrel organ like the one you see in the corner there. Obviously that one's much bigger. This one actually does contain 6 songs, so if you want, and they rotate through, so if you want to stay here all day and listen to talk 6 times, you can hear all the tunes. They're mainly marching tunes from Civil War and folk songs from the 1850s, 1860s. Most of them aren't real recognizable to us today. 3/4 past the hour, if you pay attention to Father Time in the center oval again. And we are back to old age. I do apologize, the clock does malfunction sometimes. It's 140 years old. When I'm 104 years old, I'll malfunction as well. Now, if you saw the special exhibit, you would notice this is also an apostolic clock, which means that Jesus Christ and the apostles make an appearance. At 57 minutes past the hour, in the right column, we have the 2 cherubs, Orpheus and Linus, our 2 muses of music, Orpheus and Linus will appear. And that clock sound, or that tower sounds more like a pipe organ. And that one has 4 tunes on it. You're going to hear 2 of them. In the center column on the lower level, Jesus Christ will appear in the center doorway. 12 apostles will pray past him from right to the left. 10 of the 12 apostles will turn and face Jesus. The 6th apostle is Peter. He is going to turn his back on Jesus and face us. When he does, the rooster is going to flap his wings and crow. The 10th apostle is just malfunctioning. He's supposed to turn, but for whatever reason, he isn't right now. On the upper level, the 3 Marys of the Bible will appear in the center doorway. The devil will poke his head out from the upper left and upper right-hand corners. On the lower level, Judas will be the 12th apostle, the last apostle. When he comes out, he's going to be followed by the devil. The devil's then going to duck back inside the doorway, appear at the upper right-hand window, and watch as Judas goes out through the left doorway. Other than that, there's nothing going on. Peter's in dark brown robe coming out now. Watch the rooster. actually toured for 74 years. Last one showed in public was at the Ohio State Fair in 1951. After that, went through several owners and was stored in outbuildings up in New England and New York, which greatly deteriorated the clock. Came to the museum in 1988. It took 40 of our volunteers 10 months to put everything back together. But it's been on display here since 1989. Now, just pay attention to the figure of death. Top of the hour is going to strike out the time using human thigh bone on human skull. So on that cheery note, that's all that the clock does. If you folks have any questions, I'm glad to try and help you out.